Hello guys! I'm the special guest for today's class. Because I'm just a bear, it's a pretty short lesson, but I hope you pay attention. Today, we are going to start a new section in Chapter 9. And I want you to know how to analyze a parent function for a reciprocal function. Okay? I will explain the homework a little bit later. So let's go hit it. So the reciprocal function is actually very interesting because it has a new concept called asymptote. An asymptote is an invisible line that goes like this. Give me a second, I need to come up with a pen. Okay, so do you see how the red line will get closer and closer to the y-axis, but it will actually never touch it? Because it's something called limit. So then, this yellow line I'm trying to draw is an asymptote. And since it's vertical line, we call it a vertical asymptote. And then there is another asymptote in this function which goes horizontally. So there are two asymptotes in this function. This one is a parent function for a reciprocal function, and it looks like 1 over x. And you can see why those two x's are my asymptotes. First, you know that x can never be 0 because it's impossible to have 0 in denominator. But because the numerator is 1, you can't have y value that is 1 because the only way a fraction can equal 0 is when the numerator is 0. Because 0 divided by any number is 0. But since 1 can never be 0, we can't have y value 0 either. So that's why you have two asymptotes. One is x equals 0. The other one is y equal 0. So then, your domain is all real number except x equals 0. And you can tell range is very similar. Range is also all real number except y equal 0. And your reciprocal functions will always look like two branches going this way and this way. You'll just always also have two asymptotes, but depends on how you transform your function, your asymptotes might change. So your homework for today is to figure out how the asymptotes may be affected depends on your function. So, I want you to use Desmos to graph these 6 functions and state the domain and range. And we learn how to write domain or range. We can use all real number except x equal or y equal something. Or if you want to use interval notation, you can use negative infinity to 0, 0 to infinity. But it's your choice. I don't care. But you do need to know the interval notation for pre-calculus. So if you want to practice that way, that's great. But if you want to write it out like I wrote it first, that's great as well. So, have fun, and I will see you next year.